Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Daggerfall Unity. Now last time around, if you'll remember, we did a quest for the Knights of the Dragon, where we had to find a missing knight in a dungeon. And if you recall, I couldn't actually return the quest. I have the individual that we rescued from the dungeon, but if I talk to the quest giver, just nothing happens. I can't return it. So the quest is bugged, basically. And I did a little bit of research on my own. I actually made a whole new save on Daggerfall, a new character, just to test this glitch out, like, with a fresh save, because often, since this is what, let's see, this is saved like 824, so there's a lot of stuff going on in the save, so I wanted to test it out on a fresh character with no other background stuff going on to see if the bug still happened, and sure enough, I set my reputation with the Knights of the Dragon using the console. I got the quest, I teleported myself to the quest objective, brought it back, and I could not return the quest. And I looked on the forums, because this is actually a quest associated with the Daggerfall Quest Pack 1. And so I looked on that forum post, and someone else had reported having this exact same issue with this quest. So I do think there may be a specific problem with this quest. But regardless, it appears that there's no real obvious solution to it. I even checked to see if there was a new installation out for Daggerfall Quest Pack 1 that would fix this problem. But the current installation is... the current installation didn't change anything when I made sure that I had the newest version installed. So it appears that we can't really do much about this for now. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it for this episode, just in case anyone replies on the forum post or anything. But if next episode rolls around and there's no obvious fix, I'm just going to end the quest using the console command, basically, to make sure that we can actually, because we don't want the quest to be bugged, and obviously I don't want to lose reputation for it, since we did technically do the quest successfully. So that's my plan. So this missing knight's going to accompany us today, because we're going to go ahead and do the Daedra summoning quest, which I had talked about doing last time, which is coming up tomorrow. So it's currently 1 p.m. So what we need to go and do is rest in an inn until the next day, and then tomorrow we will go to the Mages Guild and do Daedra summoning. And we need to restore our health, fatigue, and mana anyways, so we might as well go rest. Now let's see where the nearest inn is. Looks like there's one straight to the south, so we'll head there. I'm just spamming our restoration spell to keep trying to improve that skill. And here's the Savage Barbarian. Let's hop in and get a room for the night. One night. And if we check our inventory here, I just want to make sure we have nothing enchanted on. I don't believe that we do. Our wagon's getting pretty full, so I think we'll want to sell our stuff pretty soon, maybe after this next coming mission. So I'm going to go ahead and rest until fully healed. And then I'm going to go ahead and just use this as many times as I can. I realize this is actually a better way to rest, is if I'm trying to rest overnight or something, I might as well rest until fully healed, and then use as many weak heal spells as possible, and then rest until fully healed again, and do it again to get our restoration up. So we're going to start doing that, and then we'll rest until fully healed again. And look at that, restoration has improved. It's now 7 a.m. in the morning, and we might as well do this once more, because the Mages Guild won't be open for another 4 hours anyways, so we're going to use this a ton. Not maybe all the way this time, we'll just do it until now. And that gets us to 12:15 p.m. on the 5th. So it is now the day of a particular Daedra summoning. And it's very misty outside today in Daggerfall, but what we need to do is, let's see how much gold we have. We only have 16,000 gold in our inventory right now. So we need to go to the bank and withdraw, like, 200,000 to make sure we have enough to do Daedra summoning. So let's head to the bank right now. It is straight to the north, up in the center square of town, and then we'll go to the Mages Guild after that. We're definitely going to lose out on some money here by doing this, but hopefully, with all the items we have to sell, we can make some of that back, at least some of it. Because we did make a lot of money. I'm forgetting how much. We have close to 400,000 in the Rothgarian Mountains now. From all that questing we were able to sell a lot of money. Or sell a lot of goods for money, I should say. Okay, so 400,000. So I'm going to save the game before I do anything here. I'm going to save at 825. And I wanted to make sure that this Knights of the Dragon quest doesn't expire in case there's a fix that comes up between this episode and next, but I'm almost certain it won't, because I believe we got 3 months to do it. We now only have 2 months left, but that's a ton of time. We'll definitely finish the Daedra summoning quest within 2 months, so that's not a problem. So we're going to want withdraw letter of credit for, like, we'll do 160,000. It's not actually 200,000. that the Daedra summoning costs. Because we have a pretty high reputation with the Mages Guild, we get a discount, basically. Oh, and actually, while we're in here, how much money do we have in our inventory? We have 170,000, so I want to actually deposit all the like hard cash that we have, because it just takes up weight. There we go. So this is all just a letter of credit form, basically, now. Okay. So now we had... let me make sure it's a letter of credit form. Let's see. There should be 170,000 exactly. Oh, 160,000. Oops. So I actually accidentally left 10,000 in the form of hard cash. There we go. That's better. Now it should only be the letter of credit we have. And I'm just doing that, of course, to reduce the weight of the capacity of our inventory. The taken up capacity by gold, because gold takes up a high weight capacity, so it's better to only carry around letters of credit rather than carry around really heavy gold. That way I can fit more loot into our inventory when we go to dungeons, which I have no idea if this quest is going to involve a dungeon, but I think all the Daedra summoning quests we've done before have involved one, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one included that as well. So anyways, we have to find the Daedra summoning person. This is the Mages Guild in Daggerfall now. I believe they're up here. Yes, they're up here. Okay, so we're going to save the game once more. And you always want to save before you do Daedra summoning, because you can fail the Daedra summoning, so you want to keep reloading until you actually succeed. So I believe this is the right day. We're about to find out. It is. Today is Tertus the 5th of First Seed, the day of summoning for Hermaeus Morra. Do you, Titian, wish to risk your life and very soul by summoning Hermaeus Morra into our mundane world? Yes, I do. Oh, it worked the first time. Very nice. Power, yes, is an elusive but eloquent prosecution. One of my minions possesses an ancient tome called the Ogma Infinium. That's the artifact we're going after in this quest, which bequeaths great power on those who read its pages. If you exterminate a certain scrofulous patrician who has aroused my displeasure, I will arrange a meeting between you and the book. Is this agreeable? Yes, it is. Very well. This socialite I refer to resides at the Palace of Oxway. For the record, the name of your query is Lasolda Garriston. Kill her and proceed to Chardon, where my servant, Elizana Yoham, will wait for you in a library. I do not think there is anything to be gained by continuing this interview. Fail me not in this, Titian, and the power thou craves will be thine. Okay, so that is the quest. And it looks like it actually doesn't involve a dungeon this time, which is unusual for these Daedra summoning quests. So, let's read our log real quick and remind ourselves of what we need to do here. He wants me to assassinate a spell sword who went back on a contract with him. It's Lasolda Garriston, who resides in the Palace of Oxway. In exchange for killing her, we will get the Ogma Infinium. So, I need to go to Oxway. So let's travel to Oxway right now. Okay. So we have arrived in Oxway. On the 7th of First Seed every year, the people of Oxway celebrate first planting, symbolically sowing the seeds for the autumn harvest. It is a festival of fresh beginnings, both for the crops and for the men and women of the city. Neighbors are reconciled in their disputes, resolutions are formed, bad habits dropped and diseases cured. The clerics of the temples run a free clinic all day long to cure people of poisoning, different diseases, paralyzation, and the other banes found in the world of Tamriel. Very cool. So that's one of the many holidays present in Daggerfall. I'm going to go ahead and just open up my map here. This is the palace actually right here, so we traveled in a very useful location. So it looks like there's a holiday going on right now, free diseases being cured at the temples. Now, of course, we can't really utilize that unless we get a disease from the spell sword or something. I guess, oh, it's 5:22 a.m. It's really early in the morning, so we have to loiter quite a while for this to actually open up. So I'm going to loiter 4 hours. See if this is open yet. Nah, I imagine it will open at 11. The guilds and the palaces tend to often open at 11 a.m., which is quite a late start when you think about it. So, there's apparently a spell sword in here somewhere that we need to kill. So let's look around for that. I know you're somewhere in here. I've been sent to assassinate you. Don't hide. Okay, I'm not seeing anyone yet. And there's so many rooms up here. Okay, I didn't see many people up there, so I guess we'll explore the downstairs a little bit more here. How about over here? That looks like the spell sword in question. No, wait, I swear, I meant to pay Lord Morra back. Don't kill me, I beg of you. Here, spare my life and take this icon back to him as a token of my goodwill and a down payment on what I owe. Please, will you? I feel like there's no way that Lord Morra is going to accept that, so I'm going to have to turn that down, sorry. I'm almost certain that Morra would be very upset if I went back on my word to assassinate this person. Her Mace Morra will be pleased. You have slain Lasolde de Gariston. So, we'll take all her loot there. And that was a very simple quest. It seems like that was all there was to it, which is pretty underwhelming, actually, in terms of Daedra summoning quests. You'd expect them to be a little bit more epic than that, but that was fairly simple. Wait, hold on. What the heck? Who are you? And why are you after me? Is this just like a thief or something? It's pretty random. You can see we're much weaker on when we don't have all our enchanted equipment on. Just gonna very slowly take this guy out. Doing the typical run and dodge. You hear villagers panic in the distance. Oh yeah, so villagers... Holy crap. Whoa, 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 okay. Calm down, everyone. I didn't know that all these people would be after me. You didn't warn me about this, Morra. Are these his bodyguards or something? Like, what is going on here? Just a rogue band of assassins who've come after me here. I'm not a fan of it. Gotta get rid of that ranger. Okay. Give yourself a little shield here to fight these guys off. More of them. You know what? I think it's time to break out the big guns, I guess. Give me my ebony blade. Look at the amount of these people. So yeah, the villager immersion overhaul is causing the villagers to panic when they see this fight going on and basically try and run away. What is this assassination attempt going on here? They really don't hurt very much, though. My health is really not taking much of a beating. Wait, are guards after me too now? Why is this... Okay, no, he's not after me. He's just walking around. I thought that guard was going to come after me. I thought I'd committed a crime or something. Okay, well, that was quite interesting. I don't know why everyone came after me there, but I guess it's more free loot, so I'm not going to complain. I'll take all of this. An enchanted set of straps right there. We can identify that a bit later. Well, at least the quest is a little bit more spice to it. I don't know if that was just random, like a Warm Ashes thing, or if that was related to the quest. I'd assume it's probably related to the quest. We rarely get attacked randomly in villages like that. So I'd be surprised if it wasn't related to the quest. What does this actually do that we're using? I can't believe this is already slightly used, even though we've barely used it. Man, there's too many... These enchanted items really degrade too quick in a lot of ways. Okay, need to throw all of this into my wagon. I didn't actually mean to throw my Daedric two-handed sword into here. We'll pull that back out. Okay. Right. Why are you all still panicking? The fight's over. Relax. Wait, what is this? Okay, there we go. Iron longbow, I see. Okay, I think that was everyone. If you see that little light by the guard's head, by the way, that's also... Oh, they're all scared of me. Look at this. They're all disappearing when I run near them. Is it because they just saw me fight, I guess? You can see they're all scared of me, so they run away. They think I'm still in combat, I suppose. There's so many villagers out. Holy crap, what is going on? Look how many villagers there are around here. I wonder if this is this villager immersion overhaul? I believe in the latest update, the villager immersion overhaul, the amount of villagers was meant to be reduced, but this looks like a massive amount to be spawned in here in this particular town. I guess that's possible. So I have multiple builds of Daggerfall Unity. I keep the old ones for backup, and I believe on the older Daggerfall Unity build, let me actually check which build this is. 10.23. No, I think this is the latest one. I think this isn't the older build. You can open up the older build by accident and get older versions of the mods that you use if you do that, which I thought could be happening, because like I said on the older version of Villager Immersion Overhaul, okay, we got more people after me, really. That's why they're still panicking, huh? Okay. Stand by, stand by. mean, this is just more free loot for me, so I don't mind fighting these guys. I'm happy to do it. But after I kill these two, I should travel to the library and get this quest done with so that I stop getting harassed by rangers in towns. Oh, there's another one that spawned in? What in the world is going on? Just random assault going on in this town. It's actually nice for the villagers to disappear when they're near me, though. Now, one other cool update is that the guards are meant to attack the enemies, but they don't really seem to do that so well anymore. Or, I guess at all. That's meant to be one part of the villager immersion overhaul update, but just doesn't seem to work so well. Okay, I'm going to grab all of this stuff. And let's get out of here before another person comes and tries to kill me. So, we've assassinated the spell sword. So, we're going to go to Chardon. Chardon, that's where we're going. So, find Chardon. Let's head there right now. Okay, so here we are in Chardon. We've arrived, and that figure scared me, that shadowy figure, but it's just the person who sells the airships. And it's currently 1:50 a.m., so we're going to head to a tavern, I believe, and we're going to rest the night before we go find this contact. So let's head there. Oh, well, look at this, hey. In the eyes of the law of Daggerfall, you are esteemed. I believe that is a new honor rating. I think we were just, I forget what it was before. Honored? This is a new reputation rating, I think. Esteemed. I think that's new. I don't know if that's the highest one you can get yet, but I'll look it up after this episode and let you all know next time. Because I've been aspiring to have the highest reputation you can possibly have in the eyes of Daggerfall. But we have not yet made it there. So we're going to get a room for one night here. We will remove our enchanted equipment here real quick. And let's do what we've been doing. Let's max weak heal out here. I guess another thing that could explain the random assaults is maybe they're coming after this knight or something like that. But there wasn't any indication in the description of that quest that someone would be after us for rescuing this knight. But that could be another reason that NPCs are spawning and trying to kill us. So it's now 10:58 a.m., so it's just about time that the shops in town will be opening. So I think it is time to head out and ask around about where this particular individual is that we're looking for. There's someone. Okay, so I'm looking for... What am I looking for? Eliza Yoham. Tell me about Eliza Yoham. For some reason, she's not coming up under people. Let's try General, I guess? General Palace. I don't particularly care to be your lackey, Titian. Run along now. Okay. Usually we're in the bookstore, so I imagine they're going to be... She'll be in a local bookstore, so let's just check there. Wait, there is no local bookstore here. Am I in the right place? Let's see. Contact in Chardon. I am in Chardon, right? Let's make sure. This is Chardon, okay. So how am I going to find this person? Okay, this person can't help me. We'll just keep asking about this individual. Some young lady in green who practically lives at the Essential Public Library. Okay, so I need to find the Essential Public Library. So where is that? Libraries, here we go. The Essential Public Library. Okay, so, alright, it's not bookstore, it's library. I'm so stupid. Alright, Essential Public Library, that's what we're looking for. So we got it marked on our map. Where is it going to be? It's going to be straight to the north in that little center market square of town. So let's head north. And the Ogma Infinium, which is what we're going to receive as an artifact, as you all saw earlier, is quite the useful artifact. It may be the best reward for a Daedra summoning quest you can get, and I will show you why in just a second here. So this is the Essential Public Library over here. So the contact should be in here. There she is. So we're going to save the game before we talk to this person. And let's talk to them right now. Titian, I underestimated you. I told Morra you couldn't do it, but here you are, and all Daggerfall is in an uproar over Lysolda Garreton's death. Garriston's death. As promised, the book. Remember, you can only read it once. See you later, maybe. Here is the Ogma Infinium, and that is a cool-looking book. I'm a fan of that. I can't carry anything more. Right, hold on. I need to offload all of this equipment into our wagon, along with the statue, these ingredients. I don't need any of this stuff holding up space in my wagon. We should definitely go sell this shortly at these stores. These are the straps we need to identify. We'll identify everything we don't have identified yet after we do this. So, let's pick up the Ogma Infinium, and I will show you why it is such a good item here. Oh. For some reason, there it is. I wonder how much it's worth. 50,000 gold. I think it's definitely worth using, though, not selling. So, here's the description. The Ogma Infinium is a tome of knowledge written by the Ageless One. The Ageless One, the wizard sage Xarxes. All who read the Infinium are filled with the energy of the artifact, which can be manipulated to raise one's abilities to near demigod proportions. Once used, legend has it, the Infinium will disappear from its wielder. It leaves one with 30 bonus points to distribute among the character's attributes as one wants. That's funny. It seems like it's, you know, in character, in lore, you know what I mean? It's not saying anything, you know, it's in the world, and at the end it says it leaves one with 30 bonus points to distribute among the character's attributes, which is obviously, I mean, that's just lazy writing in the sense that, I mean, that wouldn't make sense within the world, right? You would never see something written like that, but it's alright, we'll excuse it. So, yeah, well, you heard what it does. Basically, we read it, and we can distribute 30 bonus points, which is a huge amount of bonus points. When you level up, I think you get a max of, like, 7 or 8, so 30 is just a massive amount, so it's such a good item, actually. Now, the only thing you want to consider here is that obviously we have items that boost up a lot of these skills already for us naturally. You know what I mean? We have an item or an enchanted item that boosts strength, intelligence, willpower, I think. I think we have one for endurance and personality too, and one for luck. So the ones that we don't often boost up are agility because it's already so high, and then speed we often don't boost up. So I think it might be worth it to pump agility up to the max it can be, which is I think 99 or 100. That we will never have to buy any enchanted items for it. And then after that, what would we want to put points into and boost up? I think maybe summon to speed, since we're not probably going to buy enchanted items that boost that up because it's just not as useful. Personality we can always just boost up with an item, so that's not really necessary, I think, to put up a ton of points into. Luck we also always just end up boosting with an item. And I think that, I'm trying to think whether, when you use an enchanted item, so when we use, for instance, I don't know, let's see, what's one that does it? This right here, the Sapphire. When we use this, right, and we have our stats boosted, do these behave any differently even if we had them naturally up there? So if we had luck at 100 without it being boosted, would that change anything? I don't think it would. I don't think it would. That being said, I'll look it up, I think, and make sure, but I think that we can safely say that our attributes, when they're enchanted up to 100, are the same as if they were normally up to 100. That makes sense. So I think what we'll do, we'll read this right now, is we're going to put maximum points into agility, just get it up to 100. That way we'll never have to worry about it. And I guess we could potentially consider getting another stat up to 100. That way we won't have to worry about enchanting it, and we can focus on enchanting other stats up to 100, right? Because ideally you want to have as many stats maxed out to 100 as possible, right? Now the only stats that we could potentially boost to 100 as it stands right now are strength. I think that's the only one that's close enough to 100 that we could use this to get it all the way up there. We already have an item that we're using to enhance strength. Maybe something like willpower could be good to get up to 100, or another one that could be good to get up to 100 is intelligence. The reason for intelligence being good, going up to 100, is that intelligence basically influences how much mana you have. So at 100 intelligence, you have maximum mana you can get. Now, obviously, I can just use an enchantment to boost this up really high and get maximum mana. The only maximum mana. The only problem with that is that in order to get the maximum mana, I have to rest while holding the enchanted item, which inherently degrades the enchanted item, which makes it sort of annoying, if you see what I'm saying. So like, if I rest right now, I'm going to get the maximum mana I can get with 71 intelligence. Only if I equipped an item that enhances my intelligence, and then I rest, can I then actually get the mana you'd get with 100 intelligence, which is really annoying. So I think for that reason, it might be worth it to try and get intelligence up to 100 next. That way we don't have to worry about using an enchantment on it anymore, and we can just worry about creating items that boost strength and luck and willpower and things like that. So I'm thinking that could be the thing to do. I'm trying to think about it. So if I put a ton of points into this... Wait, this is willpower. What am I doing? That's not what I wanted to put points into. I think this could be the way to go. Because it seems to me to make the most sense to just try and get certain stats up to 100. Then I don't have to worry about them anymore, and I can enchant everything else. I think what I'm actually going to do, though, is... Well, we'll do this. But what I'm actually going to do is just reload the save here real quick. And before I actually use the item... So, first of all, obviously we need to clear out our inventory. And we need to clear out our ingredients here. And then we can talk to her and actually get the item. Okay, and I won't read this immediately. I'll read this at the start of next episode. I'll just do some quick research in between to make sure that I... Wait, why is this... Hold on, what is this? Oh, I put this stuff on the ground instead of putting it into my wagon? Okay, that was almost bad. Yeah, this happened to me before. This is how I lost my enchanted ebony cuirass. I accidentally threw all my stuff on the ground. It's easy to do that because obviously you hit the same button to throw it on the ground that you do to put it in your wagon. You just need to make sure the wagon's up when you actually end up removing it. Okay, nothing on the ground this time, right? Okay, no, looks good. Wait, I'm putting this on the ground now. Holy crap. So what I'm going to do is just research stats, make sure I'm doing this properly, and then at the start of next episode, I will let you know how I decided to distribute it, or I guess I'll distribute it at the start of the very next episode. Now I think that we're about close to wrapping up for this episode, since we did a whole Daedra summoning quest, and that seems to be a good thing to encompass one episode, even though it was a bit of a shorter one. But for that, before we actually finish, I think I'm going to head to Daggerfall and just sell all the goods that we have. We might as well do that, since this is a bit of a shorter episode and we have time to do it. I'm just making sure I didn't drop any more items by accident there, but I think it's about time to travel over to Daggerfall and sell our stuff, so let's do that now. Okay, so we arrived here at 4 p.m. And now that I'm thinking about it, Daggerfall actually doesn't have the ideal alchemy shop to sell alchemy goods at, so I think we'll just sell our armor and weapons, and then we'll call it a day, and we'll wait to sell our alchemy ingredients when we're back in the Rothgarian Mountains or someplace where we can actually sell them for the ideal price possible. So we're gonna head to the armor that we always use. I already actually know it's to the southwest. I don't even need to look at my map for the time being. We do need to make sure to equip our enchanted... I think it's a diamond that enhances our reputation with merchants and things like that. Where is that going to be at? It'll be somewhere in here, I'm sure. I think this is it. This could be one of these too. Yeah, this is it. So we're going to equip that to make sure our merchant reputation and charisma, which is personality enhancement, is up to the max. And now we will head over to Daggerfall Mail, or the smithy next to it. One of those is the one that gives us good prices. So we're going to head there now. Just being careful not to sprint and kill any civilians by running them over here. Okay, this is the set of stores. I'm pretty sure it's this one on the left that gives the good prices. Yep. Okay. So let's sell all of our stuff here. So starting in the wagon, we don't need any of this. The Daedric Saber is not necessary. Neither is the Daedric Tanta. We'll never use that. Just being careful to monitor everything I sell. We don't need this Daedric Broadsword either. We have an extra Daedric Daikatana now, so we definitely don't need to keep any other Daedric. I wonder how much the Daedric Longbow sells for. Let's find out. A pretty good amount. That would be very useful if I was doing an Archer class, which is actually the next class I want to try out when I start a fresh save of Daggerfall in the future. Okay, look at that. Looks like everything we can sell here. So I'm going to sell all of that. 92,000 gold, that's pretty good. And we're also going to use our Identify spell. We might as well. And we're just going to see what these Challenger straps do. Is there anything else we need identifying in our wagon, perhaps? This Ring of Fortitude, we know what that does. Okay, we only need to identify these. Let's see what it does. Oh, another Far Silence item. Okay. Again, I'm not entirely sure what Far Silence does. I think it just, like, makes enemies disappear, but I don't think it's actually that useful. So I think both of these things we could probably sell. And they're pretty valuable, so I think we'll sell these at the next available opportunity as well. So I think we'll leave things off there. This is pretty productive. We also have to sell this stuff, like the statue and these just general clothing items. We don't need this stuff. And now that we're in Daggerfall, we might as well actually stop off at our house and store some of our potions and extra items at our house. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And what we'll do next time, as I mentioned, we're in Daggerfall, so I thought we'd take the opportunity in Daggerfall to do a few quests around here, maybe non-dungeon based, that we can't do in other regions. For instance, for the Knights of the Dragon. So I'll do a quest or two more, stop off at our house, but then pretty soon after that, maybe the episode after next, we will head back to the Rothgarian Mountains. So that's the plan for this foreseeable future. And at the very start of next episode, I will actually use that Ogma Infinium book we got to give us 30 attribute points after I do some brief research on the best way to utilize it. So thank you all, and I will see you all next time.